Now, I don't know about you, but I've seen it's a problem. Parents coming online and talking about their kids being iPad babies. Okay, it's funny, but in reality is it's crazy, scary because are you doing anything to change it? Is this that just you throwing up your hands and going like, okay, this it is what it is. My kid is an iPad kid. What am I going to do about it? You know, or you try and limit your kids' social media presence or how much they are playing Roblox or Nano Banana or Cappuccino Ballerina, like all of that stuff. Skibidi Toilet was the last one for last year. What are they on right now? Turi will explain a lot more because she's literally in the thick of it. But we're talking about digital platforms and the digital age that it is and how it's evolving and how it's affecting our children. As a person who has no children of my own, I will defer to Turi to tell us what's happening right now with your child.
Now, I remember me being a new mom and saying silly things like, I will not have my child, do screen time. And I was high on my horse. I was like, never, my child will not have screen time. And I quickly realized it's very necessary. As much as it is a horrible thing, screen time is necessary. Your children having access to new technology is necessary because their peers are also exposed to the same thing. But at the end of the day, all these things are good. All these things are working for us. As Kathami has said, it's how they get their assignments, extra homework, like all of communicating with their friends. But all good things are good in moderation. Moderation. Screen time and technology when it comes to children only becomes a bad thing when it becomes the parent to the child. When instead of you actively parenting your child, you defer to give them the iPad, give them the screen, just, get away from me. It's very easy, unfortunately, because children can be a lot. You're umetoka kazi, you've been waiting in a line for your matatu, you get on your matatu and the person seated next to you is smelling like sweat and cabbages. You get home, you find sijui, your cleaning lady did not sijui do this, you're overstimulated, there's pressure from work, and here's your child telling you about a drama concerning a sharpener. And you're just like, I don't need that. Shika, it is the easiest thing to do as a parent. Give them the screen. But I urge you, please, don't do that. As a parent, I've seen the performance of a child who is exposed to too much screen time and a child who has limited screen time. If they're constantly on the TV, they have the concentration span of a goldfish. If your child is constantly watching TV, constantly on brain rot, they know all the ballerinas and the cappuccinos and the whatnot. No concentration span. Try give them assignment, 5 questions, and see if they're going to finish. Ain't no way, that is not happening. But a child who has limited screen time, and don't think at it's a gone case because their concentration is lost. Limit it. Sema, weekdays, no screens. When you get home from school, you fika, you shower, have something to eat, do your homework, go play outside. Just win them off the screens slowly, 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 and you'll see how much better they become. They become functioning human beings. They start doing their homework. They start asking sensible questions. They actually start speaking like adults simply because you've taken away that screen.
Yeah, and again, it's very, very vital that you think about it from the perspective of the child as opposed to the perspective of you as an adult. Because the same way like our parents would tell you, ati unapaka nini kwa uso, iyo sasa utapata kazi lini. Look at people being content creators, makeup artists, okay? And Moas are being paid millions to do makeup for celebrities and stuff like that. So it's people are being DJs. I mean, look at Uncle Waffles, flying in and out of different countries in 1 week to go and play her set. Kufanya tu hivi kuchu 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 juu anapenda wimbo na akakuwa DJ. All I can say is like it's important for you to realize that you don't have all the answers, okay? You really don't, and you never will, because your time is going, theirs is beginning. So AI is the new age. I think it's important for you to also keep yourself aware of what's going on. Find applications that are helpful to your child. Instead of saying, oh, limit screen time, why not readjust that? Give them the screen time for these specific tasks. I'm giving you 2 hours to be online, but you're being online learning about AI, learning what the hell is nano banana, okay? Learning about how to do better. How can I use ChatGPT? What does it look like to train AI? All of that. Creating their own software applications and selling them to high bidders. Just give them time, but readjust it from just looking at brain rot and enjoying entertainment to also using these applications for their own betterment.
And I think also parents realizing that different devices are for different age groups. There's no way you're going to give your child a fully functioning phone with access to everything
Internet.
and say, oh, be safe on the internet. There are predators, unfortunately, lurking on the internet, lurking on all of these apps, lurking even on Roblox. In fact, Roblox is banned in several countries simply because of the many, many predators there trying to interact with children. So I think mostly be very on top of what your child does. You know, if your child is on screen time for like an hour, after that, take it, go through history. You know, try see what's happening. Make sure they're not on, you know, games that have, you know, access to other people, like chat rooms and such things. Even if it's
Multiplayer
things
games,
like
yeah.
YouTube, make sure it's... I wouldn't even recommend YouTube. That's just how bad it's gotten. But be there. I think just don't leave the role of parenting solely to the devices. Be an active parent. Don't think you're giving yourself a break. Think of it as an activity they can do for a hot minute and then we take it away, we do something different. Yeah.
In addition to predators and adults being weird on the internet with your child and trolling them, don't forget they also have kids their age who can be quite literally cyber bullies. Nowadays, it's not a thing of you have to be hazed in school or whatever. You can be bullied to... Kai, we've seen people taking their lives because of how they were being bullied online, because it feels so present. It's with you all the time. So it's important for you to start looking for applications that can help you monitor cyberbullying, predators, all of these things. And I got some recommendations because I know sometimes tunasemanga tu, oh, monitor, oh, get apps. Bark apparently is a very good tool for monitoring texts, emails, 30 plus social media applications and alerting parents to signs of bullying, depression, or explicit content. 2, it's called Custodio. It's Custodio. Apparently, it helps also with tracking screen time, inappropriate apps and websites, detailing reports for parents so that you can come back and look at what has the kid been interacting with, yada, 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 that kind of thing. And then what's happening on their phone in real time. There's one called Net Nanny, which is very, very good for filtering YouTube monitoring as well. Google Family, Apple Screen Time. For those who are using Android, to me, any Google, it helps you with like blocking a lot of these applications and websites which your children could get onto. Of course, the same thing for Apple. Get on Apple Family Time, and it will really help you with like filtering through most of these things. And finally, there's one called Circle or Aura, which is a Wi-Fi router that helps parents pause the internet or set limits on every device in the house. Like, you really can, unasema to no access to the internet in your whole house for all devices across, so you don't have to then monitor one device versus another. It's called Circle or Aura. Also, check what emails you're using yourself. Have you tried using this website? It's called Have You Been Pwned? It's called Have You Been Pwned. So what you do is you run all your email addresses through Have You Been Pwned to find out whether or not your email has been in a data breach. You know, sometimes you get like these funny data breaches where emails are, I don't know, people get access to them and data is stolen from them. So you use Have I Been Pwned to find out whether your data or your emails have been breached. So you can either change them or change your password. Yeah, but at the end of the day, it's about balance. Find balance with your kids. age matters, as Turi had said. Different children need different devices, need different kind of care. App replacement is not, Turi amesema mara mingi, is not a replacement for children. The software will never be the parent, and ultimately digital footprint. Teaching your children that whatever they put online will last them forever. So, and even if they do and it's over there, they post a naked picture of themselves, it's okay to remind them that, yeah, it will be there forever, but this is how you manage if you do get yourself in a situation like that where you've sent something that you shouldn't have sent to someone else. Instead of getting blackmailed, this is what you do instead, right? As a parent, how are you dealing with it in general?
I think just limitation and a lot of just being hands-on. A lot of always checking what's going on. Just be involved with your child. Don't defer to devices. And as we go home, let me just give you a small horror stories of what could happen on the internet. Something as simple as somebody from those chats asking your child to send a picture of themselves. Very innocently, oh, I want to know how you look like. Because obviously, as you know, parent 101, you tell your child if you're interacting with any of this, like on Roblox, you don't use your real name as the username, you don't use your face, you just use an avatar, just the regular ones, or the ones on the app. So somebody just says, oh, we've been chatting for a minute, they think it's a child, send me a picture of yourself, let's exchange pictures so we know how we look each other. Whole time this person just wants to bully and extort your child. Your child innocently sends a selfie. What does this person do? They attach it to a naked body. And they say, oh, if you do not do this and this, I will post this and say you sent me a nude picture of yourself. This is happening to like 6, 7-year-olds. Real life horror stories. So if you're not actively involved in your child's life, the worst thing you could do is give them a device, because trust me, they will find somebody. Somebody is actively looking for a neglected child out there to take advantage of.
How scary is that?
It is scary.
That is so scary. We used to be worried about catfish. Even us as adults, we still worry about it. Turi is always complaining that someone has stolen her pictures and is extorting people.
But I've never lived in Nakuru.
Guys.
And there's a person in Nakuru who uses my pictures to ask people for fare.
As an adult, you still don't know what to do. Now imagine a 2-year-old, 3-year-old, 5-year-old kid. What do they do? Hey, that's our show. If you need more information, catch us on our social media at Kathomi,
at Turife, and I'll see you tomorrow.
and the number is always down here, so hit us up on that as well.